folks, and welcome back. In this one we're going to be looking at Rage Against the Machine's Guerrilla Radio, which was a Patreon request by this lovely fella, Richard, aka Bladeheart. So let's dive in and have a look at the tones first, shall we? We're in standard tuning. Lovely job. You are going to need, for the solo anyway, the ability to do that toggle switch thing, which you do by turning off the volume to the rhythm pickup and then waggling your toggle switch, right? If you don't have that, don't worry. You can still play the solo anyway. So for my bass tone, I'm using my Friedman BOD. Next up, for that intro part, you're going to need a tremolo, and I'm using the Hampstead signature tremolo. I think Tom uses like a Boss one. So you want to set the depth as high as you can and set the speed to something like that. Just before the solo, he uses a phaser. Sounds like this. Now, in addition to the whammy pedal set to an octave above, he also uses a wah pedal. With this toggle switch technique, right? So you then get this. So with that out of the way, let's crack on and learn the first riff. Now on the album version, I hear two parts played. One is, it would be like a neck pickup tone, which is just playing single notes, right? Which is 0, 2. With that rhythm, and then A to B, right? On the A string, 0, 2. But if you go to bridge pickup and put on the tremolo, the other guitar part is playing what he plays live, which is it's playing that, right? And that's subtly different because you're incorporating basically a bit of a power chord. You leave your little finger on the 4th fret, if you want to play it like Tom does anyway. You'll see him on the video using his little finger there. Exact same pattern. And then you've got two power chords, right? A to B. So those are all the bits. Live, he just plays that. Which is exactly the same as the main riff. Let's go to the main riff and I'll slow that down. So it would be. Do this, which is basically on the G string, 2nd fret, and then the 2nd fret on the low E, open E, and then 1st fret on the G, and then 2, 0 again, right? So I would play those like that: 3rd finger, 2nd finger, 1st finger, 2nd finger, right? So let me play that riff round 3 times with that lead into the verse. Like that. Now for the verse, you're going to play. Like that, right, over and over again, right? It's just one riff repeated around. So your wah pedal basically is going to be playing throughout, right? So your toe down for the first 8th note, and then you pull it back for the next 8th note, forward for the first 8th note, back for the next 8th note, right, etc. So the 2 notes that you play on the 2nd fret on the E are toe forward, and then you pull it back, rest, open E. So slowly. So it's not too difficult in terms of syncopation, right? You're just pulsing out a beat, essentially, with your wah foot. And I think there's a rest there, not a percussive whack, right? I don't think you need to play just unnecessary, and I don't hear that extra noise in between. So, to me, it sounds like it's... So not too difficult, it's just once you get the riff up to speed, it's just then synchronising it with your wah foot. Alright, then the wah comes off, and for the chorus you go back into that main riff. There's a subtle difference going from the verse to the chorus this time, in that you just have a bit of a rest, so it goes... like that, and then you're into the chorus, right? So you can see that in the tab above. Chorus, same as before. Now the next part I think is played with a phaser, right? I thought initially it might be a wah being cocked back and forth, but I think it's a phaser, so go for whatever phaser you have. Set it for quite a wide sweep, okay, so quite a slow speed set. And play. I'm using a two-stage phaser here. If you've got a phase 90 phaser, that's a four-stage phaser, which is a bit more complex than the two-stage one that I'm using, but I'm just loving this one at the moment, so I'm playing it here. But yeah, if you've got a phase 90, use that one. It'll probably be closer to the album sound. So, time for the solo. Let's put the whammy pedal on and the wah pedal. It goes like this. That's the first part, right? Such a rad tone, isn't it? Amazing. So, the notes are very simple though. It's just the 14th fret on the E. Then the 12th fret. Back to the 14th. Back again. And then 12th fret on the A. So... if you don't have this toggle switchableness, then don't worry, right? But that does help with the effect too, right? So you're going to go, and you're going to have to just hammer on these notes, right? So without the toggle switch, it would be... And if you do a little vibrato like that, what you'll do, you'll mute the E string from ringing out as well when you inevitably go, when you go between the two. Quite difficult to get that one to sound out. And I'm also doing my wah-wah pedal forward with each note, so I'm accenting the rhythm, okay? So you basically want to tie the wah pedal going into toe position with you hitting the pickup selector down, right? There, for that bit, you can just leave it toe down for... And then, what you need to do when you get from here, if you do a slight pull off from the 14th fret, you don't need to actually press down on the 14th fret, just use your third finger, you know, to just pull that off, right? And then what you're going to do is 16th notes, you're going to do that, right? So 4 per beat, but whilst you're doing a slow kind of like wah movement, right? So it'll be... So I'm basically using my foot there to go like that, okay? And then for the next part, you're going to play this. Play that 3 times, and then... So you're on the A string now, similar rhythm to before, but you've got this. So that again slowly. And then with the toggle switch technique. And one other thing to note is that when he's hammering down on the 14th fret, you might hit the 14th fret above, right? So you get a double stop, really. So I think that's what's happening there, because it does sound like there's a lot more harmonisation going on. And there, I'm basically going... I'm just leaving it down, I think, for that whole last section. And then for the last part, it's just on the beat. 14, 13, 12, 11. Double stops though, right? So you're playing the A and D string there, and then 14th fret, I think, to slide down. And then you've just got the outro part that goes like this. And then a rest, right? So you play it 3 times round, and there's a bit of a little whack as you're moving your hands up the neck to get to the octave, which is, I'm playing on the 9th and the 11th on the A and D. You could just stay on the one string, right, and just go right the way up here. But live, I don't see Tom playing all the way up here. I see him just going somewhere around here, so I think he's playing it there. In terms of my right hand, I'm playing a down, up for the first part. I'm actually doing another upstroke for the whack, and then as I'm moving my fingers up, I strike down again, right, and then aim for the 9th fret on the A, which hopefully I hit. So slowly. You play that whole thing around 3 times. The last 3 times you add in some whacks for the last 2 beats of that phrase, right? Which is just covering all the strings. Don't cover like, you know, somewhere you're going to get a harmonic. So I'm just going to lightly cover my fingers over the strings there, right? Like that, right? And that's it. You're done. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed that, everyone. And Richard, thanks ever so much for your support over at Patreon. See you again soon. Cheers. Bye-bye.